Kia ora and hello. My name is JT, Dr. Jagadish Thakur. I'm a senior lecturer at the University of Auckland and a research affiliate at the Yale program on climate change communication. I'm delighted to share findings from our new report, Climate Change in the Indian Mind. India is ranked as the seventh most vulnerable country to global warming impacts. Yet, India is the third largest national emitter, and its emissions are expected to increase by another 50% by 2040. India has pledged to a net zero emissions target by 2070. To achieve the target would require $10 trillion in additional investments. Financing this domestically without international support would result in a 2% decline in household consumption. Therefore, how Indians think and act on global warming is not only important for India's developmental goals, but also to successfully achieve global clean energy transition. To understand Indians' global warming awareness, beliefs, risk perceptions, and policy preferences, the Yale program on climate change communication and Seawater conducted a national mobile phone survey using random sampling. The questionnaire was translated into 12 major Indian languages, and the survey was conducted between October last year and January 2022. More than 4,500 respondents participated in the survey. The survey data was weighted to match Indian census estimates. We conducted a similar survey in 2011 and released two reports, including an audience segmentation analysis. Where applicable, I will highlight the shifting public opinion on global warming in India in the last decade. The four key findings of this study are that while most people in India said that global warming is real in 2011, most now feel that it is increasingly personal too. A majority of Indians worry that the impacts of global warming are going to get worse. But a majority of Indians also support ambitious actions on global warming and feel that climate action is good economics. More than half of people in India know just a little about global warming or have never heard of the term. Only a minority, 1 in 10 people in India, say they know a lot about global warming. Just because people are not aware of the terms global warming or climate change doesn't mean that they haven't observed changes in the local weather patterns, which can help people to experientially learn about global warming. We followed the awareness question with a short definition of what global warming means. We said, global warming refers to the idea that the world's average temperature has been increasing over the past 150 years, maybe increasing more in the future, and that the world's climate and weather patterns may change as a result. Then we asked the respondents, what do they think? More than 8 in 10 people in India think that global warming is happening. Only a minority, 6%, said no, and another 6% said don't know. More than 3 in 4 people in India somewhat or strongly agree that they have personally experienced the effects of global warming. Compared to 2011 survey, there's hardly any change in the percentage of people who say they know a lot about global warming. However, the percentage of people in India who think global warming is happening has increased by 15 percentage points since 2011. There's a 20 percentage point jump among respondents who said that they somewhat or strongly agree to have personally experienced the impacts of climate change. For Indians, global warming is real and increasingly personal. Worry is a strong emotional response. About half of people in India said that they are very worried about global warming. Another third said that they're somewhat worried about global warming. Compared to 2011 survey, the percentage of India who say that they are either very or somewhat worried about global warming is 21 percentage points higher than in 2011. There is a 30 percentage point increase in those who are very worried about global warming. There is a 29 percentage point jump among respondents who said that they are being harmed right now by global warming. Not in 10 years, not in 25 years, not in 50 or 100 years, right now. More than half of people in India said that India should reduce its emissions immediately without waiting for other countries. Only a small minority, 6%, said that India should reduce its own emissions only if rich countries go first. 17% said that India should reduce its own emissions only if all other countries in the world reduce their emissions at the same time. Compared to 2011, there is a 19 percentage point jump among people in India who say that India should reduce its emissions immediately without waiting for other countries. More than 7 in 10 people in India say that favor countries' participation in the Paris Climate Agreement. No matter how you ask, most people in India say that India should be using renewable sources of energy like solar panels and wind turbines much more or more in future. And they say that India should be decreasing the use of fossil fuels like coal, gas, and oil. Only a minority, less than 20% of people in India, say that taking action to limit global warming will reduce economic growth or harm jobs. More than twice that number of people in India, 45%, say that action to limit global warming will improve economic growth and provide new jobs. So to summarize, the core 4 key findings from our study was that Indians see climate change as real and increasingly personal. People in India are worried that the impacts of climate change and global warming are going to get worse, but they also see climate action as good economics and support ambitious policies, even if they have added costs. You can read other interesting findings in our report, Climate Change in the Indian Mind. Thank you.